Now it's Saturday morning. We're waiting to see how many people from the A-team are going to show up today, because here's the problem. It looks like it's a nice riding day. Anyway, step one, I wanted to see that all the mark stuff is drying up. This is pretty much ready to be wet sanded and second coat of white. We've used an incredible amount of paint to get it up to this level, but it's coming. We got one more fairing part to get into white. I think this is Glenn's week that he can't make it. His projects out here, there's really getting crowded out here. And of course, our purple people eater up there, but this is the nice thing. Just looking out, spring is on its way, I'm sure. Apple pie muffins, just one of the treats that will be served today at our little A-team overhauling. The stove was busy last night, I know that. The coffee will be served. The muffins will be served. All part of an overhauling at Wendy's garage. And look at this, our birds are at the feeder already. Look at these babies. Hope we could sneak up on them. I love watching these guys in the morning. Sooner or later they figure out I'm sneaking up on them. Now this is the last piece of Mark's project that we have here. He's bringing a fairing over. I wanted to get another coat of white on this. This can be, and that actually this will be drying while we're working on other people's stuff here. Now, as opposed to yesterday when the wind was howling, today it just couldn't be nicer. So I'm guessing we're going to get a lot done today. But, to be honest, I think a lot of guys are going riding today. Well, can't hate them for that. But those of us who are in service, anyway, by putting on this much, actually put a lot of white on this, and by color sanding it, we're gonna hopefully have a really exceptional finish when it's done. And this paint, this is 4th dimension paint, by the way. This paint color sands beautifully. Absolutely beautiful. And I don't think you're gonna find a nicer day than today. This was. Well, yesterday it was murder. Okay, so Steve bought this part for his cafe bike, and it's made by
Paolo Tarozzi.
Pepperoni Pizza.
He's up for an Academy Award on Sunday.
Yeah.
Best foreign film.
Stabilizer, you'll get fat if you eat this pepperoni pizza. Who the hell did they make? Okay, so, but here basically is the part. Now, of course, you know, the finish is the thing I hate most in life, flat black. So what we're going to do, we're going to try to make it either, Steve brought some caliper paint over, but I think the better of the two choices would be, we can make it gloss black and you put caliper paint on top, but you get rid of this, the rattiness there.
I see.
And what does it say there,
Tarozzi.
But if we had if we had
it goes good.
Luciano here, he could figure out. That probably means you're a stupid American or something.
That's it.
All right.
It fits very well.
It fits good. I was just going to say.
It's machined perfectly.
Okay, good.
So if anybody's looking to buy it,
and you know, when a guy rides as fast as you do, you need all of the support up front you can get.
Right. They passed me on the bicycle. Route 9.
So Turbo Steve is trimming his fingernails here, or whatever he's doing. Takes it right off. And you know, obviously the reason they made that flat black was it's a casting. You don't have to polish it. If that was made by, you know, a billet, you'd want to see the aluminum. But when it's a casting, it's ugly. So Turbo Steve is going to start the day off by having that part fly out of his hand. And by the way, for anybody that doesn't know, when using a wire wheel or a buffer wheel, picture that this is 9 o'clock This is 12 o'clock. You never want to be here. You want to be from 3 o'clock down, 9 o'clock down. And preferably not low, because low it's going to suck your finger in, and up here it's going to shoot the part at you. So right where Steve is, that's the ideal spot to be. You definitely don't want to be any lower than that, or it catches your glove, or any higher. And Steve also brought his cool cafe tank today, which we're going to fill with coffee and use it for a coffee urn or something. I don't know. And so Vince is here with his bike unloading parts now. This is the first coat of primer. And I don't know if Steve wanted, he was talking about, my thought was we should polish these and make them look like polished aluminum, but because they're a casting, it might be a pain in the ass. I thought either black, or we do have the color that matches the seat of his bike. So we still have the choice of doing it that way too. Now Turbo Steve did a pretty smart thing. When we did the seat, he bought enough paint that we had some spare paint. And as he wants to add parts on this bike, and he's going to show us the tank later, you never want to get to this part and say, I want to have some, I got to go get that color that matches. It's red or yellow, because it's never going to match. But we got it from the original Turbo Steve can. All right, Vince is going to sample. What do we call these? Apple pie muffins?
Yeah. Oh, couldn't be happier.
Turbo Steve brought a bottle of wine. Hey, I don't know about that. Anyway, it's always good to take a break while the paint is drying. How many parts you got sanded, Vince?
Just the big tank.
Okay, just the one. And you're going to bring your tank in later so we can oogle it and turn it into a coffee urn, or?
I think you laugh at it.
I don't think so.
It'll be a planter.
Okay, so we got to introduce John Costco to, this is his claim to fame. He does beautiful chrome plating. And he lost this part for Luciano when he went. This is the guy that originally owned the bike, that gave it to Luciano, that he gave you the bolt. You lost the bolt. Here it is a month later. The bike's already on eBay, and there we go. So that's the eBay story.
What a chain of events I unleashed.
Oh, you the whole Jesus. For this, if you only knew, for that bolt, let's take a picture of that bolt. That bolt has caused more problems. And look how many I have, so I don't know why he's even worrying about it. That's one of your show chrome pieces. Wow, that's really nice.
And the Ford 302, you know, they all think this is a big...
What's your 302 Mustang?
Anyway, we're trying to keep Vince busy here.
I got 350 on this side and 350 on this side. That's why it's so loud. It's shit. You there to have fun in these trucks.
Okay, well, Jack is showing him his album with all his custom cars. We got out here and we got this. This is our first coat of clear on Turbo Steve's fork brace. And I think this is going to coordinate real nice with when we bring the tank in, and his vision of, he's already got this exact paint on the seat.
Yeah.
So let's see your beautiful face in there, Mark. Is that your face?
That's me.
Wow.
I'll catch this edge.
We did a little paint test to see if Vince could use this paint. It's obviously, it's a nice sparkly color. Wow. All right, so now we got to get busy sanding.
Color, so
you guys have had muffins, you've had strippers, and let's get busy painting. Well,
I missed the strippers too. Here, I got the
no, you didn't. They'll be here in 5 minutes.
Oh, okay, so I made it just in time.
Yeah, with Jose, right?
Let's paint. We're here in a little paint factory. We're just cranking stuff out, mixing paint, shooting clear. We got parts. Vince is going to use some of Luciano's paint that we have from years ago. We did an R6 and a Bandit. We had that gallon of paint. And boy, if you can only imagine what this day is turning out to be now. Mark's already here. We're going to start color sanding his stuff. Vince is ready to start shooting the blue. We're going to start shooting the blue. Look at the finish on these. That is some nice stuff, baby. Oh, and Turbo Steve, look at this tank. Oh my God, what color are we going to make this? Let's make it.
Make it aluminum.
Wow, that's beautiful. You want to try to polish it up?
I'm not going to go for that polished look.
Well, you know what would be cool too? That look of, tell me the story of the tank now. This is the first one the guy made you?
It's the second.
The second one, because it
Actually,
looks...
the first was an aborted effort, Rock City up in Rochester. That didn't work.
Okay.
I found a local guide, and the first attempt didn't work. This is the
Look at this tank, Mark. Watch your head. Is that a nice piece of work or what?
Yes, beautiful. Beautiful.
Did you try using that 3M pad on that
Well,
yet?
you took the words right out of my mouth.
Or is,
I think that's going to be the final, with the Scotch-Brite look to it.
yeah, the Scotch-Brite look.
Because they're
Like a Triumph side cover, the
there
new
are a lot
Triumph.
of little imperfections. If I try to polish it, I think it's just going to show them up more.
That's some piece of work. Boy, that'll fit right on my RD. You know, if you have a heart attack here, it may take me a while to call 911. I have to check to see if that fits on my RD. That's a nice tank.
That's gonna be nice when it's done.
Yeah, still sanding. I'm on the 180 grit, almost ready to go to the 220 grit, and that's it. Stopping right there.
You want to try some of those little swirly things that I have on it?
Well, I do have those. I'm gonna after I do the 220, I'm gonna put the pneumatic sander, whatever it is, with the pads.
Yeah.
Give it a little bit of a polish to it, and then Scotch-Brite it, I guess.
Right there. Hey, Karen.
I'm going to Chris.
Okay. See you later. You got the doors locked or?
And it fits. That's
Oh, okay.
yeah, so
What's the frame that's going on?
it's a Yamaha Vision, 550 Vision, V-twin.
I'll try to get on my camera from your camera later in the day. Don't let me forget. Well, it can't be out in the sunlight. Anyway, we're really having. Look at the finish on these parts. Now, come on. Turbo Steve is a very high critique guy. Everything's.
It looks factory.
Does that factory? There ain't a factory in the world does that. Ferrari doesn't do that good on the paint. Look at that. That's perfect.
Better than factory.
Better than factory.
If you had seen the part when I brought it,
If you saw it, we got it on video too.
the way it came from the factory.
Oh my God, this was. I think they painted it with barbecue paint while they were having a barbecue. You know, it's Italian workmanship at its best.
It's because it's going worldwide.
Jack left. He's Italian. Luciano's not here to defend the flag of Italy.
That's it.
Wow. That tank is super. I think that tank is cool as can be. Let's go put it on the RD.
It's gonna be nice when it's done.
Now we want to share a tip that we've used from time to time. This part had fish eyes. We had the contamination, even though Vince sanded it down. And the thing we tried on one of the parts, and it seemed to work, we wiped the parts with acetone with a little bit of paint in it. And what that does, it just hopefully got the contamination off of that. I'm not sure if it did, but well, we're going to go outside in a minute and paint it and see if that got rid of the contamination. And that is a tip I put on all of my videos many times. Let's see how these parts. We did have fish eye issues. We dealt with them. Looks like we've solved that. And there's two little fish eyes on this
Very
part.
small ones.
We'll deal. Let's see how bad they are.
See them?
Yeah. Well, I'm just going to put another coat of paint. We'll see if it goes away. Sometimes you can bury them, as you know firsthand. Sometimes they bite you in the ass.
On it, yeah. And that bike's worth a fortune.
Keep your sandpaper soaking wet. The
Yeah.
minute it dries out, you're wasting your time. If you see the sandpaper turning white, you know you're wasting your time.
Okay.
It's got to be soaking wet, dripping. That's why I have these towels on the table.
Uh-huh.
And by the way, you guys, we'll take any towel donations. You go past a garage sale,
Oh, okay.
towels, blankets, anything we can lay on that table, so it
Yeah.
doesn't look like we're homeless while we're working here.
Just,
Yeah, if
just
you-
email me a list.
Give me that sandpaper. 1 second, Mark. See how it builds up on there?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I wash that off when I dip it in.
Yeah, but just hold apart. If you do this, and be very aggressive, anyway, you want to go that way, you want to go that way, but as soon as you're done, what? See the errors coming through?
Okay.
You don't see those errors, but they're in that white paint. There's little spots, and that's why there's a little spot. I don't know if there's the same part. We found some little spots. It doesn't matter if you get the whole part gray again, because that's primer. And these little white things are in the scratches of the primer.
Got it.
So that's the whole reason for color sanding. And Vince, we got one more part. Your other part's drying up great.
Nice.
We got Mr. Babysitter out there. Look at all these parts.
How many coats you think on that?
On what?
On these guys?
On the blue?
Yeah.
I'll have clear on it today.
Well, I mean, how many coats of the blue?
Oh, two.
Yeah, that's it.
Two coats of blue, assuming we get rid of that one little fisheye by the speedometer.
Uh-huh.
We're going to have clear on it before the day's over now, but the next time you're going to be able to come down, well, thankfully, maybe next weekend, we'll buff it.
Okay.
I'll have it all sanded out during the week, the last coat on, and ready to buff.
Oh, I might be able to do some of that.
Okay, well, I'm saying you can take it home if it's dry today, but in this
Yeah.
weather, if it was 70 degrees, it would already be dry.
Yeah.
Today, it's going to dry overnight. So,
Okay.
or you have to come back tomorrow night and do it. Pick it up, take it home and wet sand it, and believe me, it's with 2 or 3, the parts you have, one morning, by the time the pizza gets here, it'll be buffed. And I got 3 buffers, so we can all be buffing.
Cool.
And we'll make Mark earn his keep around here.
There we go.
He's been sitting in a wagon while we pull it, so I
I wish I was sitting in a wagon.
I was sitting somewhere anyway.
I was actually pulling a different wagon.
Yeah, I know the story. We all answer to a higher authority.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, now see the way you've got that color sanding, that's a step that if you leave it, yeah, you can leave it out, but boy, when you pay the price and do it now, wow. And your stuff, the blue out there, this is the last part, right?
This is the last part.
5 parts.
Yeah.
Do it.
That's it. There's nothing much. to
Get
this
them
part.
prepped up, and I'm ready. Whenever you are, I got paint in the gun. I want that drying when I'm having that pizza gets here.
That sounds like a plan.
We're getting a special pizza today for guys that have worked their butts off.
That's right. I only get half a slice though.
Look at this. They don't even finish their muffins here. Could feed that to the birds. That is good.
I like
What do you
that
think,
muffin.
Steve? How much should I give them double their pay?
Triple.
Triple
What is it,
FA?
zero? Triple it.
Yeah,
Triple
0
zero.
times 0 is
Bernie Madoff pay. Yeah, that's the whole idea. Once you have it rough, and when you could see a shiny spot, that's a potential problem.
right. That's what
Not-
I'm going for.
It's not always a problem, but it's a potential problem.
That's where you get your fisheye.
Well, we so far we're ducking bullets out there, but I know the biggest thing if you scuff it up. Is that the pie?
Sounded like a yell.
Well, it sounded like a pizza pie being. Look at this pizza delivery. I'll get it, Car. Steve, can you get it?
Yeah.
Steve, wait.
I need the other one of you to come go get the soda.
Okay.
You want me to come up?
Yeah, get the soda.
You got it.
Pizza's more important than the BMW. Bring that pizza in.
Hey, you want to hand it down, Steve?
See, Luciano, if Luciano was here, oh my God, look at, we got soda, we got diet soda, BMW parts, we got white parts, Hondas, we got aluminum gas tanks that have flowers growing in them now. Somebody planted a rose in your aluminum tank out there. Oh
Steve, I
my
like
God,
that tank,
is really nice. It's going to look so good on my RD. You're going to be so happy you gave it to me.
Boy, that's going to look so good with that brushed aluminum that's on the bike.
Now, if you got any parts of the bike that need to be polished, bolt ends, bring them the next time you come, and we'll run them on a polishing wheel.
Yeah.
You know, no sense not to. I want to just show this because I know Glenn, if nothing else, Glenn will want to see it. That really came out nice.
Yeah.
You are, I think you're in the driver's seat right
In
now.
the catbird seat.
And that's the first coat of clear. I got to go mix up more paint for the second coat. That's got to sit about 20 minutes.
Good.
Wow, that really did come out nice.
That's a nice color.
Yeah, that is.
And you know what? Even well, no, you know what? This isn't the kind of bike that you pinstripe. You know, but I was thinking some accent pinstriping, but this isn't the kind of bike.